GreedFall is a new game from French studio Spiders, known for Of Orc and Man, Bound by Flame, The Technomancer and several other projects. Their newest creation is a skilled RPG telling the story of a diplomat, Desordre, who goes to the Mystery Island to help his cousin in arms to establish relations with the natives and representatives of other countries. Malarial disease is raging on the continent, from which this is no cure as yet, but the island of Tirtrari is rumored to be full of unseen plants, among which you can surely find the far right remainder. Besides, wild tribes live here, and they know the local flora and fauna well. It would be good to get along with them, and at the same time to make friends with the other colonizers who arrived from the mainland. So, his or her lordship Desordre, having completed her business on the mainland, goes to the island preparing for the incredible adventure and perform their duties, and the player, having seen the local beauty and walked through the moody streets, is already rolling his sleep, anticipating an epic adventure with steep combat, swinging and tactical smurfs. The plot unfolds slowly. The island is full of things to do, among which you can find time to do your own research and make new friends, and it's very easy to make enemies, sometimes without even leaving the center of the city. During the first few hours, GreedFall personally catch up with importance, showing the player a serious elaboration of many role aspects. But after setting on an island and joining a couple of skirmishes, you begin to understand that there is something wrong here. And it's not that the main character is suspiciously similar to the islanders, and the goers are up not too good. There's enough intrigue in the game, so it continues to keep your attention, but while you're exploring the huge island you notice that the game is half completed, and the longer you are playing, the stronger the feelings become. The first boss appear in the process of completing several quests. The sneak past the guards. The characters are advised to use the stealth potion, but accidentally pressing the wrong button, you will find out that even without the potion, no one noticed the three strangers from a couple of meters away, without any problems, allowing you to take from the guarded building everything you need for the development of our diplomatic relations. There seems rarely in the execution of quests also limps on both legs. Along the way, not forgetting to surprise you with unexpected twist. Last time we sneaked past the guard in daytime quite easily, but another time we were spotted at night from a couple of 100 meters away, when we are sitting in the bushes and behind a stone wall. The mission failed. We have to start again, and let's change into sailors, get the guards drunk on wine and sleeping pills. They all fall asleep and we'll do it all. The right drugs are there, the ingredients are here. A bottle of wine is bought, but not enough skill to mix sleeping pills into the wine, and no one on the whole island can do it. So, all that's left to kill everyone and move forward with the plot. We run into the office, take down the goods, get our own and disappear. Surprisingly, but relations with the sailors are not spoiled. Even though half of the city saw the brothel, and along with the main character on the case went one of the second to the island captains. In 2 hours the local racketeer is coming to kill the helpless merchant. Take your time, go on foot to another town, ask if they have a ready-made cure for melancholia, and scumbags will smoke for now. When you come back you will kick their ass too. This wonderful dialogue from GreedFall also has no effect on anything, just like most other conversation, introducing ends shrewdness, told the possible consequences of the player action and explicitly warm at very beginning. You can behave badly in a conversation with natives, after which their attitude to the hero will go down by 2 points, but they will welcome the protagonist, and their joint plans also not change. Why then all the community variability, complexity in relationship and styles? Such questions arise very often provoking the player to split on the precautions and break into a straight line to pass even the most complex task. In fact, why bother if nothing will eventually change? To get a new level and pump up eloquence. Honestly, any conflict can always be resolved with a couple hundred coins or by threatening your partner. So much for diplomacy. didn't work out, let's kill them. It looks like time to talk about the action that the guys at Spiders have been praising. The hero is fluent in swordsmanship, two-handed knives and firearms, is able to dodge punch, make blocks and give opponents a healthy kicking. And this looks quite good, but in fact it's also begin to get boring, because regardless of the tactics chosen by the player during the next skirmishes, its outcome is already more or less known in advance. Enemies jump on traps set in front of them, bravely throw themselves on the burning magical swords, do not change tactic and bravely die, leaving behind a mountain of clothes, money, skins and magic ingredients, and at the same time allowing the character to pump up a lot. If the enemy is strong and you not so, use the active powers. You will give an opponent opportunity to put on your purse potion, traps and other things you need in battle. Then feel free to take the game of powers and start pressing the key 1, 2, 3, 4, game, that's it. You are adorable. The enemy is defeated. Get another skill in the party menu. No tactical contraventions from the game, you cannot even wait. Give orders to the team from the menu active powers. The game does not provide this. Now that you know all the subtleties of GreedFall battles with active powers and lethal combos, it is time to repose the coolest combo trick that can help any situation. If they want to kill you, you can just run away, leaving the boss to fend for themselves. In most ordinary skirmishes it was without fail. You will still collect the loot after the fight, but you won't have to hump. To make it work more often, you just need to remember to equip your friend with the best ammo and weapons in your inventory. However, skirmishes with the mystery creatures the local calls the Guardians of the Forest looks very impressive, especially if you set the difficulty level higher. Unfortunately, they are not encountered as often as it would like, so in most cases you comrades will have to deal with the usual big beasts, lizard and flying things. Similar to Happy's, kill skin, target monster, Billy move on. Yes, the dealers things you pick up while traveling can be used to make your own potions and stuff, but here again the great and powerful why comes into play. Everything that can be forged in excuse sold at the local merchant, so that collect from the fallen enemies and animals is often much more profitable to sell, and the proceeds to buy the same potion and traps. No money to buy, more often dig in the boxes that are in the house or digged on the streets. There's money take with ammo and traps and some potions. Thanks to the developers generously scattered such chests at a distance of 10 meters from each other. The necessary supply of necessary thing will be collected in a half an hour, even of the great wretch. Sometimes the chests are closed, so you need to pump up your hacking skill. Why? You just need to carefully scramble through the neighbor's drawers. Probably that's where the key lies. However, in the locked drawers you will seldom find anything other than a couple of racks and bottles. So think twice. It is worth a hump. As the skills in GreedFall is not all that clear-cut either. Checked classes are only 3. And you can pump up skill, characteristic and talents, but most of them are secondary. There are very few points for improving levels, as is the other RPG, to pump only the most important abilities, not trying to leap over the heat. A warrior with advanced magic skills, hacking skills and confident use of weapon, your character can become only with maximum immersion in the game and godless cash. In the other cases make a warrior mage. For example, is better not to try. In the end, he still not have enough skills to effectively apply them in a battle with some advanced swamp creature. If you choose a warrior, teach him how to shoot, set traps, swing a sword, and stand firmly in the feet will come in handy. Without hacking, dexterity and other tricks here. Unfortunately, it can do even on a set level of difficulty. It seems that decide not to bother even those who made the localization of the game. Typos, cross mistake, lack of important information given by the character in the dialogues, and other delights wait for you at the very beginning of the adventure. The localizer didn't even bother to adjust the translation to the gender of the characters. The author of the review played a girl who in half of the case was called young man, kid, and other offensive word for such a beauty. There are also serious bugs in the game. But there's a huge number of small bugs that can turn even the most diplomatic player in the world into hell. No one wants to fall through a texture or get stuck at transition from one location to another. But there are worse things. May the island spirit keep you from accidentally getting another chest in the course of a mission. It may well contain things that, for example, in a few minutes you will be asked to find while look for them when they already been found. They are here. No, find it and be done with it. You can feel the sloppiness in literally everything. If even the GreedFall artists were too lazy to draw several different faces for a handful of merchants and come up with 3 different places, should we scold their colleagues in a dangerous video game business? However, we won't scold the artists too much. Still, in some ways they did a good job. The island landscape in the game are really good, and each location is completely different from the previous one. Looking at all this splendor and vintage things that the game could not be very good, if the developers had succeeded in any parameters. But no, apparently they lack time, patience, skills, or maybe it's the karma of the Spider Studio.